Hi guys, Dan and Timmy from Scouting Wide, best roughies in the business. So let's point out the obvious first up, Timo. We've got new shirts. Can you tell the folks at home why?
Yeah, we've got some fresh shirts done up. We'll be heading to the championships tomorrow to do our racing segments. Doncaster Day, Championship Day 1, so pretty excited about that. If you see us around, guys, we'll be handing out pamphlets and that, so don't be afraid to come say hello, and we'll have a good chat.
Yeah, sounds good. Big thank you to the ATC for letting us come down and film our little segment down there. Another thing, guys, don't be worried if you haven't seen our racing tips yet. We'll be filming it down there on Saturday morning. We'll edit it and we'll put it straight up as soon as we can. So just hold tight for those racing tips. Second thing we wanted to get through, massive week for the Scouting Wide boys and the community. 5 from 7 in the sports tips. So that's a pretty big effort. We also had a couple of placings in the races that paid over $3. So, and if you include Mick DeLemos' NBA tip from last week, they made it 6 from 8 for the sport. So thanks, Mickey, for that one.
Cheers,
Keep them coming, mate. Let's move on to this week's sports tips, Tim. I'm going to start with the NRL. So I really like the Titans at 225 versus Manly. They're up at home, not at home, but in Queensland versus Tommy Turbo-less Manly. They were impressive against Brisbane the other night, so I'm going to take the Titans at 225. Moving on to the AFL, I really like the GWS Giants at 225 versus the Swans. Swans have been very patchy to start the year. They had a win against the West Coast, but they were up and down in that game. They had a loss to Port Adelaide where they kicked out to a lead and Port ran them down. Whereas the Giants have hit the ground running, 2 wins from 2, and they look really good. So I'll take the young Giants team over the Swans at 225. Let's move on to the EPL. Tim, you like a couple in the EPL this week?
Yeah, I like Burnley. They're one of our flagship teams. We've done pretty well off the back of them. They've won 3 on the trot. Watford have taken 1 point out of available 9 in their last 3 games, so they're struggling at the moment. And Burnley are looking to push towards Europe contention. They're in 7th, so I can certainly see them keep firing at 3:30.
Yeah, no, Burnley have been really good. We might even change our emblem to Burnley's at the moment. We keep tipping every week, but they keep winning, so we'll stick with them. What's the other one you like?
I like Swansea against West Brom. West Brom couldn't win a meat tray in a raffle at the moment. They are struggling. They're somehow 325 Swansea. They've tapered off a little bit at the end of the season, but I think they should get the well-needed 3 points and get us to the 325.
How West Brom keep going up favourites every week, I'll never know.
Yeah,
they've lost 8 in a row. They are down. They're not down mathematically, but they're gone. They need to win the majority of their games, and I can't see that happening. Swansea's still fighting for their lives. They've been patchy since their new manager came along, but they should do the business against West Brom. But as you said, Timmy, they wouldn't win a meat tray at the moment. So Swansea have very good value there over the weekend. I like Crystal Palace in the Premier League. So their form of late hasn't been the best. They've lost 4 of their last 5. But they're the teams like Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea and Spurs, and all by the single goal. So when you stack their form up like that, it doesn't look too bad. They're playing Bournemouth this week, so the 275. I've had a look through Palace's team, and they're hot to trot. Benteke out front, Cabaye in the middle. They've got a bit of talent there, so I'll back them to beat Bournemouth any day of the week. Timmy, we're moving down to the Championship, so you like one down there?
Yeah, we've had a bit of luck down the Championships. I don't think they do their form too well going through the odds, but Aston Villa 4th versus 14th against Norwich. The Villa boys are back in a little bit of form, chasing promotion, and at 275 they're hard to go past at the moment. Norwich are just tapering off at the end of that long Championship season and don't really have anything to play for.
Yeah, I had a look at that game as well. Norwich with a lot of draws lately, so I'd be backing Villa to get the win over Norwich there and really push for that automatic promotion. All right, I'm moving down to Spain, so we're going to tip a team that we haven't tipped before here, Girona. They're $4 versus Real Sociedad, so it's 8 versus 15th. Girona have only lost 1 of their last 5, and that was to Real Madrid, and that was a 6-3 thriller. So again, when you stack the form up, Real Sociedad sitting in the bottom half, relegation threatened. Girona with a really good season this season. I'll take them at $4. That's pretty good value for me. You like one in Spain as well, Tim?
Yeah, I like Getafe. If anyone watched last week, we tipped Real Betis against Getafe. We were very lucky to hold on there. Getafe hit the post twice, missed a penalty. And they've shown up at 325 against Alvarez. They're not in that great form, Alvarez. And they're 325 for Getafe after the performance last week. I think they'll be hungry for that 3 points that they probably should have got a point out of last week.
I watched that game, and it was, as I said, on the post-daylight robbery. Missed penalty, hit the post a couple of times, and then Batiste pinched it in the 89th minute. So lucky for us, but I think Getafe will bounce back this week. So that's not a bad tip there, Timmy. I'm going to move down to Italy. So Sampdoria, we tipped them last week. They got beat. They played midweek. They're back on the winner's circle. 275 versus Genoa. 7th versus 12th. They've only ever played each other 3 times, and Sampdoria have run out winners all 3 times. So I'm going to get on Sampdoria at 275 to continue that trend. Is there anything else you like, Timo, or is that it, mate?
I like one in the A-League. It's 6th versus 7th. Brisbane versus the Wanderers. The Wanderers have lost their last 2. Brisbane are starting to get in form. They're looking like a top 6 team. And at $2.90, I'm happy to take that.
Yeah, no, that's a fair tip. Brisbane are starting to get their players back into a bit of form. So, yeah, they might make a little sneaky push towards the end of the season, I reckon. They could be a team that nobody wants to face in that top 6. So, there's some good tips there. As we said, we're off to the races tomorrow, taking the show on the road. We're off to the championships down at Randwick. If you're down there, come and say hello, come and shake our hands. And we're hoping to add a few more people to the Scouting Wide community. All right, thanks, guys, and good luck on the weekend. Happy punting.
And gamble responsibly. Thank you.